All right, I think that works. Okay, so let's go find Monster Hunter. If you haven't been here, this is Pad Protic, or Blogging Mama, who does a lot of Japanese coverage for the game. But because Gung Ho's coverage of buffs on stuff through their posts are just really poorly formatted, and sometimes they just don't show anything at all. We will use Pad Protic, which is usually just better. Card buffs. Okay, so there are a couple buffs, and we'll talk about those when we... All right. This is the 7th run of Monster Hunter for Puzzle and Dragons. This is one of the most repeated, if not the most repeated event, non-Gung Ho original event that we have for Puzzle and Dragons. I think the most repeated events are like Gung Ho Collab and Heroine. All right, so it's a 10 stone rem, and a lot of us have been playing a while. We've rolled in this a lot, so there's no separation of the machines, so it's going to continue to kind of feel like not great to roll this here. Let's turn the music off or down. Where is it? There we go. We're just going to turn it off so I don't have to feel like I'm talking over it. Okay, so for those of us who've been playing a while, this isn't going to necessarily feel good to roll in, right? So your mileage may vary. If you've never rolled in Monster Hunter, it's actually quite good. It's not as good as when it first came out. This is the collab that introduced assist equips to the game, if I recall correctly. And it was just obscenely powerful when it came out. And then on its second rerun, it was really powerful. And then I think on its like 4th or 5th rerun, we got it like 2 weeks after Japan got it, and it was nuts. Because we were basically getting cards that were from the future when we got this last time, or we got it at the time shortly after Japan. All right, so we get 1 roll, a memorial roll from login, 2 from the dungeon clear, which is like a really nice thing that Pad has added. It's like consistent that we get dungeon clear rolls now, and not only that, they've been giving us like top rarity clear rolls pretty often. All cards got voice awakenings, which means that I don't know if you've seen any of the meme videos from Japan, but there's like Monster Hunter ASMR stuff, and they make screeches and roars, and so if you have any system, you're just gonna hear over and over again. But this also boosts their already like heavily boosted stats. Top rarity cards are getting animations, but it's just the still monster animated effect. Palico got added, and bunny dangos. What happened to the Twitter light rolls? Sag, we still get Twitter rolls. It's for new collabs. So things that are 100% new will get Twitter rolls. Like Gung Ho Another Story didn't get a Twitter roll because it wasn't 100% new. It was kind of a reskin. JoJo has a Twitter campaign, and if we get it, it will also have a Twitter campaign. If we get One Piece for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure that one would have a Twitter campaign paired with it as well. But Monster Hunter, it's not new, so there's no like traction to be had. Okay, there are 2 new bundles, and it is a steep $45 to buy both of these bundles. And both the cards are pretty decent. One's Malzeno, which is the orb skin. No. Is it the... I thought there's a... Is there not a BGM with this one? Yeah, this must be a typo, right? It's BGM. And then Lunagaron is an orb skin. They've got the 3 Magic Stone set and the 30 Magic Stone set. This one, I don't know if I'm going to buy this one. It's tough because if I get any of the dupes that I already have, it feels really bad paying $1 per stone, and for a 7-star I've already got. So it's kind of yeah. Malzeno is the BGM. Yep. Yeah, the $30 one is the BGM. Okay. Let's bring up Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter series. Okay. New orb skin is fantastic. I like the weapon equips. I kind of wondered why they didn't have like the weapon symbols in previous ones, but we have them now, so it all makes sense. All right, Magnamalo is the no. This isn't Magnamalo. This is Malzeno, right? Which was like the new of the most recent game. This is like the one that was the boss of the DLC. All right. It's a 7-star trade. It takes 5 of them. It is a 10-stone machine, so 5 7-stars to trade. And there aren't any new 7-stars to trade for. So that's something to keep in mind, right? No new 7-stars to trade for. It's all the same stuff. Which I thought was kind of weird. There's a huge roster of cards that they can do, right? Huge roster. So it's weird they wouldn't just toss one 7-star in there for people to trade for. Okay, limited special events. The one new one is the Palico. If you don't have Palamute, especially if your box is small, I totally suggest picking one up. I've used it a couple times since I've got it. It's a fairly good card. So definitely pick up a Palamute. We'll go over it. None of these are worth going for anymore unless they've buffed them. Like, when this first came out, Blue Hunter was like insanely strong. And then this used to be one of the best button setups in the game. And I think a couple of them had varying usefulnesses, but these were the 2 main ones. And now I don't think they're like used for anything. And I doubt they got buffed. It's just not the nature of the game. There's 3 new equips, Bunny Dangos, which is like the new food item in the newest Monster Hunter. And those come from the 14-floor arena dungeon that they've added. And it is a legit arena. It's tough. Coliseum. Don't go into it with a casual team thinking that you're going to do well. You're not. But however, I think you get higher drop rates if you're leading with the monster, and they get the stat buffs. But when I was looking at the hits didn't seem so large that it really mattered. They're big hits, right? It's like 600k, 800k and stuff, but it's all stuff that if you're building for endgame dungeons anyway, it's not a big deal. All right, we get a Hunter King title by doing the arena in 20 minutes. Or doing a special version of a dungeon in 20 minutes only with Hunter cards. So we could all be Copium Kings. We're all Copium Kings. I don't know if it'll be Hunter King when it gets translated to English. I don't know if that's in the announcement or if they've even done an announcement. Let's see if they've done an announcement. Let's check. Because if they've done one, no announcement yet. It should be imminent. It might even be while we're doing this. All right. It looks really nice though. It looks good. So I wonder if they'll just leave it with the Japanese symbols like they've started doing, or if it will get like Hunter King shoved onto here somehow. Emergency quest, Magnamalo descended, sudden surprise. So this is in farming Magnamalo is totally worth it, by the way, and we'll go over him. All right. This is the new BGM, which is $30. So keep that in mind. See, triple 10C with option of 4 skill boost or a 7C or a VDP. It's nice. Dark, which is always good. Same attributes, means that you could stack it onto one team. Unlocks all orbs, create 6 dark orbs for 2 turns, 4x attack for 2 turns, change the board 7/6 on a 6-turn cooldown. It's okay. It's a 2-turn 7/6 change on a fairly low cooldown. It's all right. It's like we're in such high demand for our active skills now, right? The only time we like seeing active skills on longer cooldowns are when it's things like Awoken Bind or Fujin. Otherwise, we want it to be a system almost every time. So sometimes you could struggle to like how you would fit this active skill on a team and it be effective. Because most of the time you want to deal max damage every turn. So if this is what if you're using this to hit max damage, then you're not hitting max damage every turn. You can use it to overwrite board debuffs, right? So if you're running a 7x6 board and you get debuffed to 6x5, you can use this to get it back. If you're running, and I think in UN3 there's going to be a 5x4 debuff. This would also fix that. Leader skills 24x attack, reduces damage by 75%. So standard leader skill multipliers here. +3 combo when matching 2 dark combos. So it's dark hungry, but doesn't really generate its own darks on the system. So if you wanted to use this as a leader, you're going to have to come up with your own system. Heals 15x RCV as HP when matching orbs. This is always nice to have. It lets you use boards that are normally much worse. The RCV is low. It's even lower than Algae Kitty. Sadly, no Autofua either. Nope. I mean, technically pairs with Mikage, right? Let's see. Duke's Claymore. Yeah, it can pair with Blackbird as well. Unlocks all orbs. Creates 6 dark orbs. So it does the same assist equip, or the assist equip does the same as the active. I think this equip is pretty good. Double Dark Taco, that is a lot of passage damage on a dark combo team. And 2 team HPs means you could actually use it on a team, a real endgame team. Because it's like, if the equip doesn't have team HPs, team RCVs, or like skill boosts on it, it's like you can't use it. Even if it has like great damage awakenings, a lot of times it becomes really difficult to use if it doesn't have those extra things. Duke's Cannon, I actually see this one come up pretty often when I'm looking for things, and that's because it covers a lot of stuff at once, right? This equip is almost what makes it worth the $30. The auto heal function, not terribly useful, with the exception on maybe on an Algae Kitty team or a Manoa Kitty. No, not Manoa Kitty. Norza Kitty. Just to get that extra little bit of healing that you might need so that you don't slowly whittle down and die. But the active skill is fantastic. 2 turns, 75% shield. 2 turns, increase combo by 4. So it's covering 2 mechanics. And then it's a 2-turn haste. On a reasonable cooldown, it's got a skill boost built in. 7C on an equip is always good. It's basically free double damage, right? All right. So this is what, if you get these bundles strictly by value, this is kind of what you need to evaluate the value on. This will be the equip that gets used the most, probably. So if this isn't worth $30 to you, you don't care about the BGM, you don't care about collecting, then probably maybe wait till this reruns. Get it next time. Okay, Lunagaron can be up to 6 skill boost, triple 10C, 2 blue tacos. So good damage awakenings. Doesn't have SBR, doesn't have any kind of resists or anything. So low on utility, big on damage. It's different colors, so it's blue dark. So it doesn't get to take advantage of those blue tacos with its sub attribute. Active skills on a 3-turn cooldown, gives you 2x move time, 2x attack for self, unlocks all orbs, creates 4 water and heal orbs. So not too bad of an active skill. It's a low cooldown. It overwrites some hazard issues. It's an unlock. So I could see this being used. Let's see, 23x attack, reduced damage. I should bring them up here so we can actually see what the real stats are. Let's look at you. 9,500 HP, 6,000 attack, 1,284. So actually the RCV is not too bad on this card. Once it's maxed out. So that 15x RCV when matching orbs comes off a little better. I don't think it's as good as Algae Kitties though. Isn't Algae 20 or 25? So if you found dungeons that you struggle to stay topped off for, I think you'll struggle even more if you're using some kind of active that eats all the hearts off your board every turn. Algae Kitty is just in that situation because her active, if you try to system her active, all your hearts are gone every turn, since she does a full rainbow board with no hearts. Okay. Let's see. I want to check his stats. 7,462. So his stats are a little lower than, but he's also only a 6-star. This is the orb skin, so this one's $15. If you think blue combo will ever be a thing, he's probably a pickup just in case, because he's potentially a decent blue combo leader. In fact, you really could run this as a pair for blue combo. leader setup. It's not too bad of leader skill, 23x attack, 3 combo. So it's plus combo and autofoil with 4x effective HP. It struggles for healing, but blue has some good heal sticks, right? So I don't think he's that bad of a leader. And if you're, I like to see these are nice because if someone does decide they want to get into the game, this, you could buy this and pair, and you've got a decent, you know, setup. You need like 1 active to cover you on that other turn, but 4 orbs should be enough most of the time to hit your 2 water combos. So it's pretty good. Let's see. Royal Oak Copium. This makes me think Royal Oak. Maybe you get rid of Royal Oak's dark attribute. It does have bind resist and L, so it's all makes it look like it's a Royal Oak equip. For 1 turn, 2x orb move time. For 1 turn, 2x attack for self. Unlocks 4 orbs. So it's the same active. That's the only scary thing is you have to get your skill boost right. This low cooldown on the active. This is Royal Oak. This is okay. I wouldn't say amazing. I think the base form is better. Thank you for the raid, Mantastic. All right, this one is much better. Just already, see 4 rows and a skill boost. This is good. And then if we look, it's got a 3-turn delay on it. So this other stuff doesn't even matter. 4 effective skill boosts with 4 blue rows. This is good. This might be worth the $15 alone if you're into like blue row swiping or blue blob swiping. So it seems like the second equip is the primary amount of value you get for both of the new bundles, with Lunagaron being a decent base card as well. I mean, he's not terrible as a base, but I really think there's just a plethora of big dark damage sticks. Like Ghost Ring is just as good, if not better than this. Like he does unlock, but Ghost Ring's a 2-turn cooldown. This is a 6-turn cooldown. Yep, it is similar. Yeah, it's got that auto heal that Alja Kitty does, and Norza Kitty relies on the auto heal awakenings. So yeah. Okay. Garangolm. Garangolm is a new 6-star as well. This is one of those, I feel like this is kind of their like secret sneaky chase card that they've added. Because I think this card is pretty good. He's got great damage awakenings. He's got access. I love that there's the 4-color and the guard break, so you can kind of choose which one's more valuable. So high defense dungeon, guard break. No defense dungeon, the 4-color. If he's already capping out, there you go. Skill boost. For 1 turn, change the board size to 7/6 when HP is 50% of blow. For 1 turn, 5x attack for self. So the active isn't terribly great, but it is a low cooldown for the 7/6 board change. And when you see all these, like this new kind of active, you should at least prepare a little bit for board trolling, right? And we know UN3 has 5x4 board trolling, but we could see other board trolling technically. They could, you know, shove you into a 4x4 board, or just a 5x5 or a 5x4. They could do any board shape they want realistically. The code probably supports it. And so when you see a lot of these actives come out once, you kind of want some good options for different access to counter board troll. So right now we've got Christmas Fasca, and we've got Christmas Celica, and then we're going to have a couple cards from this one. A lot of the new GFEs came in with stuff that changed the board. All right, leader skill, 3x attack and +1 combo for each connected 6 orbs match. So scaling, but it only scales off 6 orbs. So this is probably just not good. It's 70% shield with 3 colors attack, but it doesn't generate its own colors. It is only 3, but this is an awkward leader skill. All right, Golem Glaive assist. This assist is good. This is a great assist. So it takes that active that wasn't very good. It's much better as an assist equip, right? I even said this about Fasca. Christmas Fasca's active is kind of bad. It's a 4-turn cooldown, yeah, but you nerf your board to 6x5 if you're 7x6, and you get a cleric active. But you could also just get Odin Dragon for free, which has a 4-turn cleric active. So the 4-turn cleric active isn't the appeal of the card. It's the board manipulation. But Fasca's equip is a little better because the board manipulation is not something that you're going to be hung up on your base active. Same thing here. How often do you want to change your board to 7x6? Probably not very often. Like I said, consistency and damage is everything, so that you could do your damage calculations. You don't push things into execute. You're not short of damage and run out of time or whatever. You're usually going to be consistent. If you're a 7x6 board, this doesn't do anything except counter mechanics, so you don't need it as a base active. If you're on a 6x5 board and you're not already setting up your damage calcs for as if you just only had 6x5, then your team's going to struggle no matter what. So this as an assist equip is much better because it overcharges. You run into the board troll, right? You get trolled down to a 6x5. You get trolled to a 5x4. You use this and then it's gone. You're back to your base active. And you just use the base active. And then this is a low enough cooldown that you can manage your assist equip cooldowns very nicely, and you can let it recharge if there's another board troll later down the line. And the assists or the awakenings on this are very good. Physical is a nice typing. There are things that pop up occasionally. It's whatever. It's not a wasted awakening. These do pop up occasionally as being very useful, but you could just ignore that and just look at the 4-color and 2 team HPs. Again, 4-color is nice. Sometimes you're looking for it, so you could just drop it in on as an assist equip to cover some much needed damage on some of the weaker rainbow cards on rainbow teams, like Fagorin, for example. Sloth. Now you get to chuck 2 team HPs onto it. It's really good. So anytime you see multiple team HPs, all the other awakenings are just like extra stuff that are delicious. This is the one though that like I see pop up all the time when I'm doing stuff, like because red is a big deal right now. So red sub attributes honestly is really good because you're doing your Shivadra swipes, so you want to get as much damage from all the pings as possible. This is 2 team HPs, a team RCV, and it changes the red sub attribute and it has a really good active skill, right? It bypasses all 3 void shields and it gives an amp, and a sizable amp at that, on a fairly low cooldown. This is really, really good. So I think Golem is like the sneaky chase card here as far as like a very versatile card that does a lot of fun stuff. All right, new low rarity, Goss Harag. He's Oops All 7 Cs. We have a couple Oops All 7 Cs. In fact, I think he has the exact same awakening set as Volcano Dragon, right? More or less. Volcano Dragon has one more 7C. Oh no, this isn't the right one, is it? Yeah, it's this one. So, I don't know, this is farmable. And this is a 10 stone machine. They're almost the same. With the exception that this enhances, right? And gives you a swipeable row. That's like the key here. They're very similar. I sometimes I get confused a little bit on Gung Ho's concept of value. And, sometimes they just like throwing their players a bone, right? Like, hey, have this fun card that does this thing and it's neat. And so, they give us Super Volcano Dragon. He's kind of hard to obtain. He's a rare drop material from MD4. And I don't know. I just feel like that when you're rolling a 10 stone machine, you should get something truly unique. So let's see if the equips are better, right? Maybe the equips are better. Physical type change, sure. Killers, even with the buff, I just don't think killers are in a good place right now. They're good for farming. They're not good for content, like end game content. Unlocks all orbs, changes the second row from the top to water, enhance. So yeah, it's the same active. It's fine. Well, I think Chakra mentions that Goss has less 7Cs, but I think Goss ends up being higher stats. 3,271 for Volcano Dragon. And if we go back to Monster Hunter, we go back to Monster Hunter, look at Goss. Goss is 4,916. So he gets almost an extra double damage. So it makes up for the one less 7C. Yeah, Tristan is the other oops all 7Cs. Okay, so yeah, this is okay. Not like anything crazy. Okay, this one's pretty good. Yeah, no, this one's great. Man, do I have to roll this machine to try to get some of this stuff? They know their target audience. Their target audience wants all the fun farming tools. This one's really good. It's 2 blue rows, right? Bottom and top row to water orbs, and it bypasses damage void shield for 2 turns on a 2-turn cooldown, and it's got 2 rows, and it's got Corb. And team HPs or whatever. It makes it better for actual in-game dungeon teams, which is nice. But this is like a farming card. That's good too. All right, well, I concede. Goss Harag is legitimately a card you don't mind if you roll like 6 of them. You don't feel bad rolling your 6 Goss Harag. I guess that's pretty good value. Wow, that is a good equip. Is that the best equip we've seen so far? This is really strong. Golem Galval is really good. This is pretty good too. Rainbow is really popular, so maybe that's arguable. This is maybe better for some endgame dungeons, but I still like Goss Harags better in general. Yeah, man, for a fight for Gold Egg, this is a really good equip. Okay. Puke, he's so adorable. Look how cute he is. He's our little gecko chicken. Oh, he's oops all 7Cs as well. Okay. Both the new 5 stars are oops all 7Cs. Unlocks all orbs, creates 6 wood and poison orbs from non-heart orbs. Yuck. Well, this active sucks. I guess if you want a poison system, this is close. 6 poison orbs. That's a lot of poison. He doesn't even have any poison awakenings. What is this? Not even in his super? Like, yeah, his assist equip has 2 of them, but what the heck? Meh. Puke's so cute. Like, he has to have poison in order to fit his motif, right? His motif doesn't match if he doesn't have poison. So I get it, but still, ew. All right, that's his leader skill, reduce damage. I mean, it's okay. He voids poison damage, sure, he has to. A little low on effective HP. But +3 combo. So I would say the fact that he's a +3 combo with 6 connected wood orbs, that this is decent for swipe farming green. Funny enough, this is decent for swipe farming green. Probably good with Bakura. No, Bakura sucks. Nothing's good with Bakura because any team you put Bakura on, you could just put a non-poison card on and it would be better. It's the same thing with Dino. You put Dino on the team, or you could just put any other card that doesn't have poison, that does something similar, and it's just better than Dino. Poison orbs don't deal damage. They don't apply a damage multiplier. They're just a blank combo, and they only make the thing with the poison awakenings better, and it only works for the 1 poison combo that you match. You don't get some scaling multiplier from extra poison combos. So you want exactly 3 poison orbs on your board. You get your combo and you move on. you don't want any more than that. So that's why him making 6 is kind of troll. I guess that means though. Oops. I guess that means though with one of them, you could technically system your poison orbs by, you know, locking the other 3 away. You may not Skyfall. You're probably not going to Skyfall them, even with Poison Awakenings. It's very unlikely you'll Skyfall them. Alternatively, this is potential if you're running some other system that can change poison orbs. This could be really good, right? This gives you like a flood of orbs every 2 turns, like especially if it changes poison to wood. 12 wood orbs. That's not too bad. Forced, but not too bad. Okay. His other assist equip, 2 team HPs and 2 separate tacos. Mortal poisons all enemies. Is this maybe it's only 100x attack? I mean, it's still pretty big. Voids damage absorption. Unlocks all orbs, changes all orbs with dark, heart, and poison. Meh. This active is not great. Big meh. You could get trolled by this so hard because you could literally get like what? You could get 21 poison orbs. 3 woods, 3 darks, 3 hearts, and 21 poisons. Value, baby. All right, this is the new farmable. This card is a great farmable, by the way. I looked at this card earlier today. For 1 turn, 3x attack for self. For 1 turn, bypass damage, voice shield, unlock all orbs, creates 5 dark orbs on 5-turn cooldown. So reasonable active on a reasonable cooldown. Not the best, not some system, but this is something to keep in mind. This is farmable. He is a triple 10C farmable card that has a utility cross and utility L, or you can have the blind resist. So this is good. This is really good. Everyone, especially new players, should be picking one of these up. He is a 4.1 to all stats when members are from MH collab. So guess what? Probably not terribly useful as a leader. So, and he doesn't have like, he does have a scaling multiplier, but it's a really rough one. But he could be a great sub, especially if your box is thin and you're looking for damage dealers and void damage bypasses. However, this is where Magnamalo is absolutely spicy. This assist equip is cracked. Absolutely cracked. Look how good this is. Dark sub attribute, 1 dark taco, 2 dark rose, with a low cooldown, self amp, void damage void, and unlocks the board and creates dark orbs. This equip is cracked. It's so good. It has 2 equips actually though, and then this is just like ranking tournament stuff, right? It does cover enhanced Skyfall. We see a lot of that. It does enhance the board. So I could even see this in some of the farm builds we've been doing where we're getting trolled by negative OEs. Because it does a bicolor board change. Completely enhances the board and gives you 100% or enhanced Skyfall for 1 turn. So it's a fun active. I'll definitely be... I'm going to try to get 6 of these. I'll have maybe 2 base... 6 of these, and maybe like 3 of these. No more than 3, maybe just 1 or 2, but at least a few. All right, new black metal exchangeable, bind resist, heart OE, team HP, 2 fingers. So kind of a mishmash of awakenings, but it's a bind resist, so you know it's never the worst equip. Fully recovers a matchable bind and Woken Bind status for 5 turns, recovers 30% max HP. Probably not terribly useful unless you have some very specific sequence of floors where this is good. Right? That'll be the only time. Like maybe if you're newer, this is good for like Minerva, right? Because you get the 2 seconds to apply to the amp. It does have the team HP. It is free. It does have decent RCV stat transfer. All right, new farmable equips. So these are from the arena dungeon that's coming out. There are 3 bunny dangos. The guard one is the best. It's 2 team HPs, an L, and a personal HP. Very good. And a 3-turn 50% shield, and a full board unlock, and a heart generator, all in one. Pretty strong. It is a little tragic that it does 2 columns of heart orbs. That's usually too many heart orbs, and it could break activation for some leaders. But I think it's going to be okay most of the time. I still think it's a farmable double team HP 3-turn 50% shield. That's the main takeaway here, right? And it's got a huge RCV stat, so it's got great stat transfer. All right. Swordsman Bunny Dango, not quite as good. It is 2 team RCVs, and it is a really long-term 35% shield. So if you don't have one of these, it might be time to pick one up. 3x attack for self for 9 turns. So there could be interesting farming applications with this. It's a long-term attack buff. So if you're running some kind of farm team that's just relying on 1 damage stick, this could be useful. New players, this is probably pretty strong. Old players, we have lots of equips that do lots of similar things. A ribbon and triple poison resist isn't the worst, but it's not really that great either. So when we're running this, all of us running this are going to be hoping to get this one. This one's actually usable. The other one's not as much. All right, new evolutions. We get a new weapon for Yinkuku. It's just a bunch of damage awakenings, so limited usefulness there. We get a new equip for Raytheon, I think. Queen's Cord Maker. Triple row Corb, so it's great. It's fine. A 500x attack for fire damage to all enemies. People who like to farm, we like these things. This is a pretty big multiplier for a button, and it forces fire damage. That's important because when you see something that forces fire damage, that means that this is a 1000x button for green spawns. So, and it has a nice little attack awakening, which helps boost it a little bit more. Tigrex equip, bunch of damage awakenings. Nothing too big to write home about. It's a bicolor board, sure. So this could get some use occasionally. The fact that it's bicolor and has the green and red taco at the same time, you could maybe see this used in some bicolor spam for sure. Howl in the Rain. I forget who this is. Who's 9326? Is that hit you? No. That's probably you, right? No. Which dark card is this? Oh, it's really? It's Nargacuga's? Nice. Nargacuga used to have one of the best equips in the game, right? Like, everyone loved this triple blind equip because blind was just so awful. And this was like one of the only ways to get that much blind resist at once. Very nice. Since, you know, almost every time you end up having 200% blind resist by accident, not as useful. So this quadruple row is much better. For 1 turn, bypass damage, void shield, unlock all orbs, changes outer board to dark. Oh, these are so good. These fixed boards. You used to use the blind equip a ton. Yeah, I used Nargacuga equip a lot when I first got it. Raytheon equip and Nargacuga equip got used a ton. This is great. Howl in the Rain is fantastic. So if you're sitting on a couple Nargacugas, you feel pretty good. Keep in mind, people rolled Street Fighter just to get Zangief, and Zangief has this active, but not as good. Zangief makes the whole area of the board fire, but doesn't bypass damage void shields when he does it either. So this is really good. And it's a board unlock. It's fantastic. When you do that full ring, by the way, that's clearly enough for 2 rows plus an extra combo. And plus you lock away an additional combo, right? 5. No, that's enough for 3 rows, right? Full board change plus this is 3 rows, right? 6, 6, and then you have 3 and 3 for another 6. Very good. So Nargacuga upgrade is very nice. Is this Bareth? Baroth? No, this is Gammoth. Right? Yeah, Gammoth. Behemoth Stagger. Absolutely fantastic. Man, I love this equip too. Okay, I'm glad these 5 stars are getting some fun equips. Again, this isn't like an endgame equip, right? This is strictly a farming equip. 3x3 block of water, meaning a VDP, and it gives you a fusion. So in a way, it bypasses all 3 problematic shields at once, as long as you have a VDP set up on your team, right? But this is also style points, potentially. Now, you wouldn't use this in ranking tournament per se, because you'll have the animations of doing the attribute and damage absorb shields, right? You'll have those animations, and those animations cost you points. So if you had another thing like the dragon from Mystics and Spectres, for example, his equip, I'm pretty sure, does this too, but with only the animation. But in the situation where you do have blue attribute absorb or damage absorb shield, this is fantastic. It also comes with an extra damage awakening, blue OEs if it matters. All right, this is probably you. This card was already good. Astalos, last time he came through, Astalos was actually kind of a meta card. It looks like they buffed him to give his TPAs more oomph. So I'd say he's actually, in some ways, still pretty usable. He was good on Daytona for a while, and he could still be good on Daytona, right? He's going to hit really hard. Not as hard as like an H Cotton or something, but pretty close with 6 TPAs. And double 7C, he's providing 6 TPAs to Daytona's damage amp. So he's already pretty strong. So this new equip is good. It's a lot of damage stuff. Rose and Taco at the same time. Unlocks all orbs, changes 2 leftmost columns to light for 2 turns, bypass attribute, and absorb damage shields. I don't like the fact that it changes the columns. That's kind of you're re-swiping them over, and it's technically only 10 orbs. It's not 12. It's got a Corb and 2 rows, but it only gives you 10 orbs. I mean, it's fine, but it's awkward. Okay, Idolice is who? Yep, Baroth. Okay, for 1 turn, 2 times max HP, replace all orbs, double SBR, a TPA, and a Taco. I don't like it. The only time you'd use this is on the weird situations where the double SBR and TPA is something relevant to you. It's probably not going to be. There will be better equips. 2 times max HP, those actives are interesting. It's interesting to think about the times that we'll use like a 75% shield and a 2x max HP active at the same time to just get ludicrous amounts of HP, right? If you're a 16x effective HP leader, you use a 75% shield, you're at 64x, and you use a 2x max HP, you're at 128x HP for the turn. You can get just obscene amounts of HP where you can live through like really silly executes you shouldn't be able to live through. Like, so like a typical high-end team now is what? A typical high-end team can be 1.3 million HP, right? 1, 2, 3. So times 4 times 2. So 10.4 million HP, potentially. A 75% shield plus a 2x max HP. 10.4 million HP. All right. Lumu weapon. That's our little heart crossboy? No, water and dark crossboy. Dark Taco, Healer Killer, Team HP, Team RCV, so it's okay. For 1 turn, only water, dark, and heart orbs appear. For 1 turn, no Skyfall, replace all orbs. Okay. I think the active is good. This is definitely some kind of ranking stuff, right? Or very specific setups. These are always useful in sometimes, right? And the healer killer is kind of meh. The killers are they just feel like wasted awakenings most of the time. They're very, very specific when you'd want to use them. It's like when you want your transform card to deal slightly more damage because it increases the cap kind of thing. Maybe with all the gravity dungeons, these get to be useful again soon, but we don't know that yet. Okay, now we're into buffs. That means the fact that we didn't see. Does that mean none of the top end got any new equips? Nope. No new equips for Akintor. All right, lots of new stats. They increased his shield, gave him a 5x attack for self, which doesn't really matter. No one really cares about these attack for self things unless it's to counter like an attack debuff. Which at a 6-turn cooldown, it's not like it's consistent or something, but it is a 6-turn cooldown for a 75% shield, which is good. He is a 75% shield leader now when matching 6 connected orbs. Okay. This is a decent leader skill, right? It's 25x attack, and you choose when you deal the damage, because if you match 6 connected orbs, you get your full shield, but you don't deal anything else unless you hit 3 colors. So it allows you to stall. It's kind of like how Atelier, right? All you have to do is match your colors, and you deal no damage unless you match TPAs. This is match your 6 connected orbs, you deal no damage. Problem is, the 6 connected orbs is clunky, and in some cases, technically not guaranteed, right? It is possible, but rare, to not have 6 orbs of one type on a 6x5 board. You have exactly 5 of everything. Too bad, so sad, you're dead. The red taco is clunky on a rainbow team. It's nice that they added 10C Super Awakening, but they probably should have eaten instead of giving him, wait. Oh, they increased his attack and gave him a voice awakening and took away 7C. They probably should have taken away another 7C and given him a 10C, honestly. But, all right. They just full blind with a team HP and team RCV. This assist equip is fantastic. I don't own an Akintor. They finally got rid of the negative RCV on this, so good upgrade. Good. Elatrion, I rolled you when you first came out, and you were just the not good one. For 4 turns, 2x orb move time for 4 turns, 10x attack for self. Okay, no, this makes him quite a bit better. Changes light and jammer to fire. Okay, so he self-systems his own attack amp and a 2-turn move time buff. This isn't too bad. The thing that holds Elatrion back is the same thing that has always been holding him back. Is absolutely doo-doo awakenings. His awakenings are so garbage. Man, they're so bad. And they didn't get better. I'm confused. Did they get rid of his finger? They stole this man's finger. I guess they gave him an extra 5 seconds if you're using him as a leader, and his active loops a time increase. So, but they stole his finger. Where's my compensation stone? I keep rolling these stupid cards. 2.5x to all stats, 3.35% shield, which I'm pretty sure brings him up to a 4x effective HP. 22.5x multiplier. I mean, technically, this is a leader that can be a swipe pairing for both water and fire. So I guess that's novel. His awakenings look pretty bad, but they're not quite as bad as they seem because they put the finger in his super awakening. Okay, they're not quite as bad as they seem because he does kind of have that packed in extra 7C and 10C because of the self damage amp. Still not great though, right? Because if you don't match a VDP and it's not God or Devil, you're essentially attacking something with a card that's just a 7C, 10C. I would like to have seen a 10C and a Super Awakenings, maybe a Brick, maybe transition him to being some weird Brick hybrid since he could be used on both Blob, Water, and Blue. I think his versatility and his leader skill is nice, but he's just so all over the place. So all over the place. Assist Equip is very, very, very discouraging that they didn't just make it 100% poison. Yeah, they gave it a skill boost, but is that what it needed? You know what? I kind of like this from the perspective of using this assist equip to give some 1-turn cooldown sub that has better awakenings, a 10x multiplier with a 4 out of 5 turn uptime. What 1-turn cooldown subs do we have that might benefit from this? But the active isn't just absolute garbage. Because it creates fire and water, right? So we want skill, like monsters, sort by, skill turn, ascending. So let's see. Let's find something that's actually good. Because we've got like Lutina, right? Fenrir Viz. Maybe the new Fenrir Viz that just came out, right? No, I think he's green. So you actually like, well, you don't break the board. It just doesn't do anything. So Lutina? Is Lutina the only thing that fits? Omega? No, not really. Yuri? No. Tina? No. No. Senjigahara? No, probably not. Okay, this Senjigahara, I guess, would benefit from it, right? This Senjigahara would benefit from it. Because she would be quadruple 7C, double 10C. She's going to be hitting really hard. The problem is that you eat dark orbs every turn, so her sub attribute won't be hitting. So, but she would have a really high multiplier. I guess Lutina doesn't hurt her. Anyway, this is pretty disappointing. Altheos Altrusta. This used to be like one of the like. This was both of these were really strong when they first came out. Like 4 poisons was just really good, and then this was really good. Having the 2-turn bypass both was really good. They didn't make this any better. This is just not any better. Like the VDP awakening being added to it is meh, and then 3 turns, it doesn't like really add something that significant. Maybe if it was 4 or 5 turns, it would be better because I could see it being used with like farming builds and stuff where the long stretch of turns is nice, but this doesn't really, this is disappointing. Disappointing. Latreon got shafted again. I have like 2 of them too. That's why I'm afraid to buy the 7-star bundle. I just know I'll get another Latreon. Okay, for 1 turn, 10x attack for self. This is Safajiva now that we're on, by the way. Unlock all orbs, changes top row, left, blah, blah, blah. Oh, they accidentally collapsed its leader skill together. I was very confused for a second. Okay. Changes top row and leftmost column to fire orbs. So he makes a swipeable 10 orb match. A musical. And it's now on a 3-turn cooldown. Oh, Better. Leader skill. They added to his shield and they gave him +4 combo, which is quite good. And they got rid of the quarter RCV, which is just a giant buff all around. He's now at the same effective HP as everybody else, but VDPs kind of suck. No brick awakening. No brick awakening. They did give him a 10C, which goes well with this new +4 combo. He does have a core built in, so he's +5 combo when you match the 10 orbs. But I don't know. I just, like, if you think about it, it's just super clunky, right? Super clunky. Because he's got a bunch of VDPs. And his active makes 10 orbs. And he wants you to match 10 orbs so you can get your Corb. He wants you to make a road so you can use the row awakenings. But he doesn't deal good damage unless you VDP. But if you VDP, you're probably not proccing the Corb. So maybe you don't hit the 10C. Some of these cards are showing their age a little bit. For 1 turn, 10 attacks self. Okay. Yeah, this equip's good. We've seen Safi Shatterblade used a good bit. It's still good. The -50, the less than 50% awakening means it's technically better. Just not a lot better. I mean, this makes it better for like the couple things it's been used for, which is farming, but for 4 turns, plus 0.25x attack for each enhanced Dark Orb awakening in the team. Changes all orbs to Dark Orbs and Heart Orbs. And so, on its own, it's a 2x damage amp. Okay, I could see this. This is okay. Again, it's very like niche, right? They added a Cross Awakening and an extra OE to it. But this is like a farming card. Again, more cards that are just kind of for farming. You don't use this really for endgame. I guess if you need a board overwrite, you don't mind the like giant damage awakening it does. But this could get out of control really fast, right? It'd be really easy to stack like even just 10 OEs on your team, right? An additional 6 past this. 10 dark OEs on your team, and this is already making you deal 350% damage. Actually, a lot. All right. Are we already out of the 7 stars, or is just the way it landed? No, we're already out. And I've not been wowed, but wait. What? Okay, no. We must be just going by color, right? It's got to be color. Okay, it's color. All right, Rathalos. Stat increase. Increased level broken stats. Meh. They're throwing this on everything, and it doesn't really make the active that much better. What? It's just suddenly 75% shield? This is technically a 36x leader. It's just Sparkle leader. Sparkle leader is no one likes Sparkle. Get out of here, Sparkle. It is a 36x 75% shield leader, though. If you're sparkling on your red orbs, you need 8 orbs to activate them. And this doesn't generate your orbs for you. So he loses a team HP for 2,500 HP. I'd have to sit and like look to see if this adds up to more than team HP. It probably does. They gave him a 10C in his Super Awakenings. They didn't give him a native VDP. They gave him another 7C. That's okay. This is a pretty good buff. I don't like Sparkle's whatever. In the active, it's 3 turns. You could technically system him with 3. I don't know what you would do. All right. His equip has always been kind of decent if you're trying to get OEs on the team because it had the team HP on it. Now it's got 2 team HPs, which is good. One more jam resist, whatever. Oh, this is fine. This is a good upgrade. Whoa, Suncore. Jeez. Suncore got 2 team HPs and a finger added. And an extra turn to its attribute absorb. This is good. Wow, this is a good upgrade. This is kind of one of the more impressive ones. Glavinus. Meh. He's a set. Wait. Was he not 7x6 board before? It just added that to him? Have we ever seen this before? That someone just becomes a 7x6 leader all of a sudden? Huh. 3x all stats for dragon and attacker type. 3x attack. For each 5 connected fire. So he's a cross leader? Don't think this is going to get used, but that's funny. Yeah, this seems kind of bad. But, you know. Yeah, it's kind of bad. We also got the Kali and oh, okay. Then they came out a little quicker than I thought. We'll review them as well. For 2 turns, 3x attack for self, dragon attacker type, change second column from right to fire orb, enhance all orb. This is whatever. This is all farming stuff. The added balance killer is like super weird. I don't understand. I mean, the exact thing that this was used for is the only thing it'll still be used for. So this doesn't change at all. Glavinus Hell Nova. This used to get used quite a bit. The extra cross awakening just makes it better. It's an SBR with a 3-turn delay and a team HP. That's why it gets used. No other reason. So it's just this plus this plus this. The cross equip is marginal, so it's not going to get used anymore. And 7-star equips, including Artorias and Saphira. We will definitely take a look. Lots of updates all at once. It blows my mind that I was in high school when Kali first came out, and now I'm past college. Yeah, has been going, man. We've all been growing and changing as it's been going. It seems very constant that it's still here, right? Sometimes we're excited, sometimes we're bummed, sometimes we're just unwowed. All right, Tigrex, congratulations on finishing your homework. You are now done with your semester, Ramen. Good job. Changes all orbs to firewood and jammers, whatever. It's nice that it's a board unlock now. This isn't going to get used. This isn't going to get used. These awakenings aren't great, so this is probably still not going to be used. Sag Tigrex, you're cool, but eh. All right, this is decent already, but the only thing they really added to it was the unlock and half a finger and a less than 50, so it's not going to make it any better. A little bit of stat love to Yin Kuku, our beloved chicken. This is a 2-turn cooldown. It's kind of weird, a 20% heal system. These awakenings suck. This leader skill is not good. And we'll just keep scrolling. And this equip is still not good, so we're just gonna keep scrolling. Oh no, we're already okay. No, we're still in red. God, still in red. All right, chat, please let me know if some of these farmables are actually good. If the farmables are good, we'll backtrack to them, but I really doubt that any of them are really worth mentioning. Is this one good? Orbs. My completionism makes me want to look, but it doesn't put the number of turns. So now I gotta go see if this is actually. But the turns didn't get buffed, so it probably has the old value of turn counts. 8 turns. Okay. 8 turns isn't the worst for all this stuff that it does. Gives you a shield, bypasses damage void, unlocks, it creates a row, it creates it not on the top or bottom, so you can stack extra amounts of orbs with it. The awakenings are doo-doo. He's not going to deal any damage. You'd never run this on any real team. Alright, move on. Again, you'd never run this on any real team. Move on. Suicide active with a button. Bypasses damage void shields. This one could get used, right? I feel like it doesn't do it in that order, does it? Because that's so troll if it does. Does it actually laser before it gets rid of the damage void shield? That's like really, really troll. Oh, hold on. We're actually gonna go test. Do I have this? I don't even know if I have this. Really bad. I don't have it. No way. Does it actually do the button before it does the damage void shield? Because that's so awful. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it that they would do that. This is actually an okay card because it has a very specific use, except from the perspective that we're looking at it. The damage void comes after the button. If anyone has a glyph gear hunter, can they test it real quick and let me know? I would very much appreciate it. This is so really troll. It's the other way around. Absolutely usable in certain situations, right? What's that one? There's like one night. Stink the land. You have it. You'll test. I really appreciate it. There's that like one green knight, right? That has a void shield that's like 99. But he only have like 10 HP or something. No, it's like 20 HP. It's 20 HP, giant amount of defense. And you could like void, you have to like hit this like really special number, or you have to void his void shield. Well, you could do that here, but not if it does it in this order. The wrong order. All right, we're finally out of red cards, blue cards. All right, does Amatsu get some love? He does. Look at that. They gave this man some attack. Oh, but they stole his 7C, but they gave him a 10C. They needed to give him a 10C here, or more attack. We got trolled. This active is slightly better. The one turn, I wish it was 3 instead. It's not the worst. Let's see, Dragon Physical, 21x attack. It's a 2x or 4x effective HP, water combo. This isn't a terrible leader skill. It's playable. It's never been playable before. It's weird that they just wait so long to make these playable. Now they're just on barely the edge of playable. The voice awakening is the real win. I don't know if I could test it. Can I test it? Oh, I could just go into the app because it's updated, right? All right. Get your ears ready. 60-ish megabytes of pure monster ASMR.
Hey, get out of my hardware. What are you doing?
Hero the Kronos, like welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Let's see. Amatsu. It's long too. What's with the What's with the animation? It just looks so silly. Yeah, I dig it. It's good. Okay, hold on. Now I want to look at all the ones that Nice. Oh, eagle sounds. Okay. Oh, that. Okay, that one's spot on. Ooh, that gave me chills. Really? Stink? Okay, Stink confirmed. It is first damage, then it's the VDP, which is dumb. So dumb. I can't even remember what Kieran sounds. It's a horse! Oh, dang. We haven't gotten to Kieran yet, but that's a 2-turn cooldown right there. Who's ready for Kieran ASMR? Who's ready for horse noises every turn? Yeah, Phalus is good too. My one of my first clips that saved here on Twitch is me getting killed across the map by Kieran. Across the map. He killed me across the map. Rathlos is perfect. Oh, Barrioth's got like a nice deepness to it. Ooh. Like high-pitched squeal at the end. That one goes on way longer than I feel like it should. Oh, it's a 6-turn cooldown. You can't system this. I would love to system the elephant sound. Six elephants, let's go. Oh, Bubbles. Aww. Mitsuzune is so pretty. Yep, he sounds reasonably full of hatred. Yep, Raytheon also sounds reasonably full of hatred. He just sounds like you wish he had hands. All right, Rajang. Wait, you know who we don't have in the game yet? We still don't have Devil Joe. Where is Devil Joe? I want Devil Joe. Where's my Super Pickle? Devil Joe. Why isn't Devil Joe in the game? What the heck? I just realized that. I know Rathlos is like their brand monster, right? But Devil Joe is really the face of Monster Hunter. When I think Monster Hunter, I just straight up think Devil Joe now. I don't even think of the other. I like when someone says Monster Hunter, iconic monster, go. It's Pickle. The giant, evil, Super Saiyan Death Pickle. We don't have this giant, evil, Super Saiyan Death Pickle. Did we do? We haven't done. Yeah, we did Barrioth. No, we did the other one. Okay. All right, I think that's all the ones I've got. Nope. Legiana. Legiana is good too. Well, I really think the ones that you're going to hear the most are probably going to be Kieran because he's a system. Oh, he sounds kind of cool. Man, his animation is neat. I dig his animation. It looks good. I think that's all of them. I think that's all the ones I have. Oh, no, Zenogre. Yeah, Zenogre sounds perfect. Zinogre's also pretty iconic. Though he looks way cooler in the game than he does in this art. I don't think this art does Zinogre justice. It's not, for some reason, it's just not blue enough. I always think Zinogre slightly more bluer and kind of white lightning than yellow lightning. I guess they want him to fit his color theme. Okay, let's finish up this review. We've got a long way to go. All right, Amatsu, pretty nice. I don't know how useful he's still going to be. This 4-turn cooldown makes him decent, right? He does get rid of hazards. He does unlock the board. He gives plus combo, which is all good stuff to have. He's a decent leader. He got a little bit of love to his attack, plus the stat bonus from the Voice Awakening. But Heart Row Awakening is kind of... he did get a 10C. He can technically... like, this could be a skill boost. It'd be better. Another L doesn't make this better, so move on. Blech. The finger on this makes this slightly better. The 1-turn cooldown makes it a good bit better too. Okay, so this is a nice buff. All right, Velkhana. I think Velkhana got some very noticeable buffs, and I don't have him. Of course, the cards I don't have get the nicest stuff, right? 9 turns, 3 times RCV. For 9 turns, 3 times attack for self and water attribute. So self, 9x damage. One of Velkhana's weaknesses is he didn't have a sub attribute. You could just assist equip him with a sub attribute. And this systems. Plus, for 3 turns, you get increased combo by 3. And for 3 turns, you get an absolute butt ton of water orbs. Just like, literally, like with the old Natsuru Velkhana teams, it was just too many water orbs. Like, sometimes you would struggle to combo enough because it was just so many water orbs on the board. On a 7x6 board. So, absolute butt ton of water orbs. The fact that this is self-looping is really nice. It's a long loop, so you got to make sure that you build for the dungeon, that you don't get overwritten. But the fact that it's a 3x RCV and a 3x for water and not an X total for self, the only downside to this, here, let me show you what the only downside to this. The fact that for right now, for just a couple 6 stars, you can go get something almost as good. It may not be as good a leader skill. No, it just isn't as good of a leader skill. But as far as like what it does, this does like almost precisely the same thing, but you could get it for 6 stars, right? So that being said, if you want to do water combo, consider going to pick yourself up an Orange. All right. Leader skill, he gets a very, very minor increase. 5% increase to his HP. Attack increases 4+ combo up to 35x. So a gigantic increase to his attack multiplier. Sure, this is pretty good. Great leader skill. I don't know if it will push like generic water back into the meta. Water still struggles with anything but like water blob swipe. But this seems really strong. He gets a 10C as a super awakening. He still works really well with Natsuru. Natsuru is technically still just fine as an actual like card. So I mean, it's just more of the same. He's good at more of the same. Maybe he's a better sub now, just because he's this self-looping system. But he's low on the skill boost. Other awakenings. This awakening stack is fine. It's good. So I like Velkhana's buffs. If you put this on a 1-turn cooldown, you're just short of having 100% uptime on it without even having him on the team. Pixel Air finally buffed. Sorry if off topic. It's okay. We'll take a look at it. For 9 turns. Yep. 5 OEs. 1 hard OE. Cloud. Sure. This is decent. It's nice. 100% OE is pretty good. The other equip, which is a Corb. They gave an extra OE and a VDP, so it's whatever. Okay. Like, look. from RCV becomes 0 to 4x RCV. All right. Okay, I see ya. Sure. 4x for RCV and attack. Changes leftmost and rightmost columns to water. This isn't gonna get used. At least I don't think it will be. Mitsuzune was a pretty decent heal stick that didn't rely on hard OEs when she came out. She had a decent RCV loop too. It is now a full loop. Oh, it's a time loop too. Oh, okay. So it's a RCV loop, a self-attack loop, a time loop, and a heart skyfall loop all at once. Okay, I could see this being maybe useful. Technically the leader skill isn't terrible. Nothing to write home about. Triple team RCV, so damage is quite low. You know, got a 7C.5 sitting here. They gave her 1,000 more attack. This probably still won't get used, but this is an intriguingly stacked active skill. They added a follow-up attack to the equip. We were just talking about how nothing has follow attacks anymore. Okay. Sure. Still not good. Maybe this is more usable on, like, again, 1 turn cooldown card or something. Unlocks all orbs, changes leftmost column to heart for 1 turn, 2x RC. Nah, probably won't get used. The 7C doesn't make it more usable. Legiana. It stacks some more HP, a bunch more attack. It's now a full cleric. Good. That would have been way better when they first released him. Full cleric with a board refresh. Very nice. No Skyfall, but it's a very move on. That's nice. The 4-color awakening? 2 4-color awakenings? With 2 team HPs and a utility L? Okay, these are good awakenings. It's a good cleric. Got a lot of stats too. A lot of stats. Okay, Chatterchrist now has 100% jammer resist. Sure, and it's a full cleric equip. This is good. This is all whatever stuff, and they just add an OE and a TPA to it. So, or no, just a TPA. So it's not gonna get. All right, Gameth. This is not great. This is not great. Not good. Sad. Gameth still ignored. Still feels really bad when you roll one of these. Wow. Ugh. Feels so bad when you roll a Gameth. Okay. Barrioth. Full board change, but doesn't make hearts. Oh, no, it does. Okay. Water, light, and hearts. Okay. Whatever on the leader skill. It's not great. It gave him a 10C. He's technically 5 skill boost. Not gonna get used. This is also probably not gonna get used, so it's not good. Full Awoken Bind Clear on a 4-turn cooldown. The combo increase. It's poor man's utility here. It's farmable utility, technically. 100% poison resist. Not good. Nothing that like makes me want to use this over anything else. Same thing here. Moving on. I think the same thing here. Moving on. All right, wood. All right, Diablo's got a great buff. He now, let's bring him up here so we can see the cooldowns. So he has a 24-turn cooldown, but he has a skill haste, meaning that if you match Rainbow every time, it's a 12-turn cooldown. So he has a 2-turn downtime on his active but it is 10 turns long. So it's pretty easy to bounce around that 2-turn downtime. It does a 25% gravity, true gravity, by the way, and a 5x attack buff with only a 2-turn downtime out of 12 turns. That's pretty strong. And he's got crazy high stats. 7x6 built in. So he's great 7x6 setup potential. And like I said, just nut stats. Look at him. Almost 10,000 HP, 11,000 attack. He's just so much attack. He only has a 7C in his normal awakenings, but he does have a 10C in his super. So it looks low, but if you combine the amp and really, really high stats, it's basically another 2 7Cs there, right? Crazy high attack stat. The equip, this is always the equip that just didn't get used very much. Like it was, the equip is this bad. You would usually just take your Diablos and inherit it how it was on top of whatever you wanted to, and just use the gravity from it off its base. The only time you would ever see this used is when you wanted the dark resist, right? For dark cheesing. There's better options. Fully recovers unmatchable, bind, awoken bind. So nice. Full cleric with a 1,000,000 fixed damage button. I would like to have seen that boosted to a bigger button, but sure. It's a button. 100% jammer resist is nice. This is decent. Cleric with 100% jammer resist and cloud resist. Good. Yamasukami. I don't have this card. Again, I don't have a lot of the 7 stars. I'm missing a ton of them. But every time I buy bundles, I just get the same things I already have. So it feels really bad. Let's see. 8 turns for a 2-turn active effect. Wait, does he not heal himself when he does this? So he makes a full board of wooden light. Yuck. Whenever you see a full board change that doesn't include hearts and doesn't include like a full self heal or a void damage shield, it's always kind of like, it's not a good active because you can only use it on turns where you could take a hit. Which in late game dungeons, sometimes you're never allowed to take hit. 2x for wood HP, so he's a 4x HP leader with the 50% shield, 28x attack, and 4+ combos with a matching 6 connected wood orbs. So he's technically a decent swipe leader. But we've got a lot of green swipe leaders. I mean, he's good though. Like +4 combo for 6 connected wood orbs. He's got 2 rows built in. He's fine. And they gave him the brick. They gave him the brick. They actually gave someone the brick. So he will deal decent damage. He doesn't have a sub attribute though. And the equip, it was already pretty good. Still pretty good. The core makes it good. Yeah, that's exactly like the awakening you want right now. Interesting, the horn, which if I remember correctly, the horn is a delay, right? Yeah, 4-turn delay. I remember being salty I didn't have this. It was used sometimes. But now that it's got full jammer resist, that makes it better. It's still just kind of aged, right? Kind of dated. Should I swap my horn cannon? I don't use the delay anymore. I mean, it is a 100% jammer resist and 4 effective skill boosts on the same card, along with the blind and the poison. So technically, it's 140% resistances on a single card. They also gave it a green taco. It's not bad at all. It's not bad. Now, this is ludicrous. I love this, right? 5,000 attack. This button is absolutely insane, and it's only 18 turns now. This card is so freaking good. Like, already the equips were amazing. Like, just from their awakening sets and what they did. But this laser is nuts. Oh, hold up. We just got the buffs. Hold on. We gotta go see how much damage I'm about to do Or Durandolph, because I'm using that equip for my Gung Ho collab for me. All right, Durandolph, it's time to get it. So, to put things into perspective, I think I was dealing like 2 million and something with the button before. So, I'm about to Kamehameha wave Durandolph away, and like I wish I was better at like drawing and stuff, because it would be so funny to have Varroa Kitty with the weapon equip, like just blasting poor Durandolph in the face. And in fact, if I get another Rajang, I'll be able to get rid of the raw necklace here. Watch. Blam! 25 million damage on a button! It's not even a very high attack card. Can you imagine? Like putting that on an 11,000 attack card? Yeah, 5,000 attack on an 18 turn cooldown, by the way. 18 turns, they took 7 turns off the cooldown. It's so good. All right, 7x6 board, and they gave him a 36 attack scaling multiplier based off combo. So the couple of times he was used just because he was a 7x6 leader with a decent multiplier. Now he's a very, very good multiplier. Very, very good multiplier. So you could possibly see this used in maybe some 7x6 setups where you just want to deal a lot of damage and hit very high combo counts. I mean, there's lots of core manipulation that you could do that hit that too. But maybe, possibly in ranking tournaments where just comboing a 7x6 board as fast as possible is like the force of the tournament. I think that has happened in the past too, where Rajang was a leader. All right, this is the equip we were just talking about. They got rid of the negative HP and they just gave it 5,000 attack. So it's just better. I have a Demon Lord Cruncher. I don't even really need the Demon Lord Cruncher that much anymore. Maybe I just change it into a Demon Lord Crasher so I can speed up my Gung Ho farming just that tiniest little bit. For 1 turn, reduce damage taken by 100%. For 1 turn, 5x attack for Wooden Light. The active skill increase doesn't really help it at all. The L, on the other hand, does increase its versatility, making it much better. The only stat boost Rajang got was in his level limit break, so that means the equips don't get any benefit. Rathian, this doesn't help her make her any better. This doesn't make her any better. This makes her slightly better, the 10C added, but nah, we'll move on. Yep, Cross and Team RCBs, kind of nice. This is much better. A triple poison resist. I could see even using this on a potentially an endgame team, right? I could see using this equip just from this awakening set and the fact that it's a 2-turn delay. Sure. All right, Male Hunter, Demon Gear. No. Move on. Aurora's Gear. I don't have this, but I'm probably gonna pick one up this time. This is nice with this, right? These two abilities together are pretty good. So I'll probably pick up an Aurora's Gear. All right, like Zinogre. I think I've heard people complaining that Zinogre kind of got pooped on. Let's see if that's true. They increased the amount of turns that his Fujin lasts by 3. They gave him a plus combo count. Who cares? He enhances all orbs. That's decent, but 6-turn cooldown. Meh. I mean, New Year's Reach has a 100% uptime system. Nah, this is still not great. Like, technically, he's got like just a ludicrously high shield, right? This is a really high shield, but the thing is, like, he needs so much help to be usable. Let's see. So he's a 4.4 effective HP leader. Like, that's really high. But He doesn't add. No, he does. No. I can see he just needs so much assistance, right? And he doesn't have good damage awake. I use him all the time, actually. I use him for my S rank stuff. When I S rank something, I pair Karen and him together to S rank things all the time. I just don't think maybe the 10C, you put the 10C on him with the voice awakening for the extra stats, the slightly higher multiplier. It's much easier to get decent amounts of damage amp. You could even probably, you could maybe do a 7C team with green A10, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. I think he did get a little pooped on. All right, the equip has 100% poison resist. That's great. What the heck? Still only half a finger? They couldn't give this man a full finger? Whatever. They just couldn't give this man half a finger. What even awakening is this? They should just remove this awakening from the game. Half a second. His other equip, which I don't think I've ever used, is I don't see how I've never used this because it's actually not that bad. It's actually pretty good. How have I never used this? This is actually a pretty good equip, to be honest. That's that's a huge damage amp on something that's easy to stack a lot of, right? You could easily stack 10 light rows on your team, and it's a 6x amp. That's pretty ludicrous, actually. I mean, it's not even that hard to stack 20 light rows on a team, right? That's that. Oh, I never even realized how high that damage amp. That's pretty nuts. All right, Kieran got some more attack. Means she probably lost something. What did she lose? Just a row? Okay. That's paired. I hate the paired HP multiplier. You're never gonna pair two Zenogres together. I hate that Tsubaki does. I hate it. It's a 4.4x effective HP lead. 4.395. Guess if you square that, it's higher. It's 19. Unless I missed something. Hold on. I did 65%, so he's a little lower. Sorry. Nope, you're probably right. It's probably 4.2, right? Because that's what a lot of things are. So wait. Did I do something wrong? Is he only a 3.84? Oh, wow, that's real sad. Never mind. This guy's not good. Yikes. Big yikers. Wow. Okay. He's not even 75% shield. Yuck. Nope. Zenogre sucks. My mind saw 65% because, that makes sense. Because that would actually make him playable. He's not playable. Not good. He's just bad. He's just all bad. I guess this is the best part, is his equips are good. And he's great for S ranking dungeons paired with story Karen, right? He's real good with that. Okay. Let's see. Man, talk about a glow up. 7 down to 2. He makes a row and adds some combos. It's actually a pretty good light swipe leader, right? 3.7, so weird. That's 4.2 2, so 22.2. 22.2x multiplier. Yeah, I dig it. Everyone should try to pick up 2 of these Kirans. Anyone who does farming, 2 of these Kirans would be a nice pickup for you, especially if you're new. He's got a Brick Awakening, so he'll deal a decent amount of damage. And he's a 2-turn system on his own. Pretty good. 100% blind. Me who know farming with 2 Kiran. I don't know what that actually meant, Ramen. But if you don't have 2 Kirans, you don't get to hear Horsey's neigh over and over. I mean, the Horsey neigh is the biggest buff, right? You get to hear the Horsey neigh over and over again. You who do know farming, but have 2 Kirans, well, maybe the Horsey neigh will bring you in. Unlocks all orbs, creates 9 light orbs from blah, blah, blah. Nope, nothing here. That's great. A VDP, sure, whatever. Okay. I guess this could be used on Copium Saphira if you don't have Mariel. The Mariel equip will be better than this. Much better, because it light attribute, a change on it. Alright, Brachydios, they gave him a ton of extra attack and a 10C, but got rid of his greater than 50. So this is a straight up upgrade. And a giant button of his own. Yo, this is a good button. Another amazing button. Jeez. That is a laser. Ooh, boy. I wish it had a skill boost on it. Why doesn't this have a skill boost on it? Madge. Where's the skill? Look at this. 4 attack awakenings. No skill boost. So it's not usable in the current best kitty setup. It needs a skill boost. Madge. So Madge. Either has to have a skill boost or a dungeon bonus. Like, what's the point of these awakenings? Who cares about, like, the OEs and the greater than 50? It's all about this and this. Alright, triple team HP with bind resist and SBR. This is fantastic. The cooldown is a bit low, right? What's the cooldown at max? It's always a little spooky when you see that cooldown. Oh, it is just straight up 9 turns. Yeah, this was always like one of the spooky things about Temporal Annihilator, is that the cooldown is a little low. It is a 75% shield when you get it, but it's not 100% shield. So if it gets overcharged and you're relying on a system, it's kind of not good. Overall, really good buffs for what he's used for. Yeah, this equip is really strong. Okay, Seregios was the first orb skin. They made his shield loop 100%. That's good. And it's 35% now for the damage reduction. So it just brings him in. Just brings him in line with other shield loops. I don't think you would ever use this over other shield loops, though. There's much better shield loops in the game. However, he is unique that he has the laser follow-up attack, which can be useful and interesting sometimes. Like, you can get really precise damage numbers if you needed it for some reason. All right. For 9 turns, reduce damage taken. Okay, so same thing. I gave it 1 more auto heal and a finger. 2 TPAs. Okay, that's a 2.25 or more than 2.25. That's a pretty big damage buff. Vent break. We don't have a lot of those. We got the Christmas Grimory buff. Interesting. Is that the new Evo? Has the other typing on it? Oh, it is. It's an alt Evo from the reincarnation. Holy Night. Whoa. Okay. She's the Toast Master. She's the master of toast. Is this it? Devil God Attacker, Devil God Balance. Oh no, it needs 5 rubulets. Oh no. She's the Toast Master. The Master of Toast. All right, Lagia Cruise. Man, I was so salty I didn't get this. Now I think looking at it, I don't care. Yeah, like 5-turn cooldown does make it better, right? Isn't it a cleric of some type? Lagia Cruise. It is good. It is good, right? A 5-turn cleric that actually that makes some orbs and stuff too. It doesn't make it from non-hearts, so it can get you killed. They took away a 7C, gave it the Voice Awakening, gave it a bunch of attack. Sure. Okay. Put 10C and Super Awakenings, sure. Decent buff on the equip. I give it another L, another OE. It's okay. Skill boost added. I don't think this is gonna make it any more usable. Nope. Right, Astalos enhances light orbs for 9 turns. So he's a light orb Skyfall system now. We're just looking at it. He is. Okay. They gave him an additional TPA, an additional 7C. They give him some increased stats. No one really cares about his leader skill. He's usable again. He's not the best TPA sub, but if you like playing Daytona, this is quite good for Daytona. This is just going to get used exactly what's already being used for. None of these other awakenings or any of the other stuff they added this. Whenever you see this awakening set, nothing else on this really matters at all. It's all just garbage noise. It's just for these like awkward awakenings. That's the only thing you'd ever use it for. All right. If you guys ever skip Zeus Giga Gear, pick it up. It's the only thing that does this, as far as I know. 35% gravity with an attribute absorb shield. We've used it in lots of builds in the past. So go ahead and get one. Wait, what? They took away his Mythlit? They took away his Evo Material Awakening? Killer? This is a nerf. They nerfed this. What the heck? They nerfed him. This is a straight up nerf. What the? What? I guess this is free, so the people can't complain about the free ones, I guess. It didn't come out of the rim. This is a nerf. This is not equivalent. You don't care about this. You're using this on swipe builds and stuff. This is a moot. Like, I guess you hope you Skyfall your other 2 colors or something. What the heck? That's so weird. Like, why didn't they just... I don't know what they would change, but this is a nerf. They didn't even put it in the Super Awakening, so you can't get it back. Unless this is a typo. It's not. It's just gone. Wow. Okay, they took away the Evo Material Awakening. All right. Valkyrie CL gear. Fully recovers unmatched. Nice. It's a full cleric. She was already kind of decent. Her stats are pretty good. This is a great farmable. Like the Dragon Killers are kind of disappointing, right? They always are. This is an overall buff. She's a full cleric now on a reasonably low cooldown. That has an unlock. Heart orbs like fully recovers unmatched. The only problem is, just like all Valkyries, she's a heartbreaker. Womp womp. But this is good. Yeah, this is a great farmable. They gave her a 4-color awakening in her set too. You could use it with Bryculia. That's true. I mean, the Dragon Killers do scale her up pretty fast. I mean, for a farmable, this is good. Okay. Athena Non-Hunter. She was notable because she was a potential heart system, right? That's what made her kind of notable. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't turn her into a one-turn cooldown. That would have been kind of cool. They gave her a 10C and one more TPA. So sure, a 10C and Super Awakening. Again, this is just generally pretty strong for a farmable, right? Strong farmables are nice to have, especially for new players. Okay, they increased his damage his damage output on his button. This is okay. There's maybe some very niche uses here. Still got the multi boost, so it can scale a bit. Gave it more attack. Probably not very usable though. All right, and then nope, probably not good either. Okay, home stretch. We're in the dark cards now. Nergigante, one of the cards I've chased several times. Still don't have it. Just keep getting dupes of all the stuff I already have. He dropped his cooldown even more. It's now 3 turns, which is interesting. It's a 7-turn Skyfall active on a 3-turn cooldown. I feel like they could potentially make his active more useful than that, but it is 3 turns to generate a lot of orbs. You can keep refreshing the system. And Nergigante is still pretty strong. He's got a lot of HP, a lot of attack, even has a good bit of RCV. His awakening set is decent. On the off chance you are doing manual FUA, he's got the FUA. He generates the hard orbs on a low cooldown. I mean, I don't hate him. He's still good. He's still really good. He's not as desirable as he used to be. He used to be like the best in slot on like all dark teams, but he's not anymore. Equip got a good buff with the team HP, sure, and an L unlock, very good. The other equip I don't think was used very much, but with the 7C added to it and it creates a dark row, sure, why not? It's fine. Marginal buffs are sometimes going to be the thing. Whoa. Okay. Fatalist was already one of the highest attack cards in the game. This Fatalist is thick. What the heck? This is an unreasonable amount of attack. Okay, guys, let's put the Rajang equip on Fatalist, right? Not including the attack transfer that you get for putting the Rajang equip, because it has the 1 attack awakening. It's going to do, and not including attack awakenings that you could throw on him too. Holy crap. So Fatalist with the Rajang equip without attack awakenings will do 113 million damage. It's 113 million damage button. That's actually obscene. Wow, that is a lot. What end game do we stop killing things at? I think that kills a lot of AA4, right? But how much attack does he get when, okay, let's just make a dummy team. Let's chuck a Fatalist on here. Boom, Fatalist. Gotcha. All right. Let's just throw. Oh, why are there so many demons? 29,223. $146.1 million damage. 146.1 million damage button. That's wild. Okay. But is Fatalist good? 4-turn cooldown. This being a 4-turn cooldown does make it much better. They transferred his RCV to just being part of his leader skill or his multiplier. 3x all stats and 25% shield. Okay. So he's a 4x HP with auto Fua. The auto Fua is something he really needed like a long time ago. I don't think it catches him up now. 7x attack, 1 auto Fua when matching an L shape. 21. I think this is still behind, right? This is just still behind. This doesn't catch him up. The 10C is kind of yeah on him if he's a leader, because he doesn't bring auto. He doesn't bring plus combo to his leader skill. And how much can you fit if you do a VDP and an L? Your max number of combos is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 with a perfect board. 6 combos with VDP plus L. So that means you need your other leader to provide plus 4 combos in order for you to hit the 10C. This is not very good. That's pretty sad. Bayless used to be a really interesting leader. He used to be kind of fun. But he's just not kept up. And the 10C Super Awakening doesn't add much to him. And the normal skill boost in the SA is easy. Just bring as a sub with a Rojang equip. Equip's nice. Gets 100% poison resist. Very good. A Dark Taco. Also very good. Oh, I just realized he does do the 2x attack for self. Where's the dark sub attribute? Jeez. All right. Diadus. Okay, just randomly toss a 3-color awakening on there. Sure. 2 turns. For 2 turns, only fire, wood, dark. Yeah, this is still pretty good for what it was good for, right? And that's the very good Skyfall act. But I don't know how usable this is. Like, it specifically has to be a team that relies on fire, wood, and dark, right? So niche. Nope. Fail is kind of disappointing. Except, something to consider though, right? Doesn't his equip have this obscene amount of damage attack on it too? Oh, it doesn't. No, how? It would be so cool if you could stat transfer 20,000 attack. That'd be so unique and interesting, and not even that overpowered. Sag. Not being able to stat transfer 20,000. All right, Valfalk. Sure, 1 million damage to all enemies. It's okay. It's got an extra anime. Move on. The equip, also meh. The other equip, 5-color and team HP. Sure, this is decent. This is okay. And it's got an active that can be useful. For Magala, another card that I haven't managed to roll. Is really frustrating because this used to be used all the time. Nope. Let's see. Achtung Splick. they gave it an OE and bind resist. I don't think that makes it significantly better. Maybe it does. Not bad. 2 turns on this. Very a dark heart book. It's got a 7C though. Ack my tongue blick. Ack tongue blick. Nargacuga, we talked about his equip a little bit. I don't think you're going to use him unless you just like, you're a masochist. An absolute masochist. I know this was used in a ranking tournament once, right? Because it was like it's really easy to activate his leader skill if you could combo in 4 seconds. And it was ranking, so you're going fast. So just combo faster, forehead. And he's got full blind resist and full poison resist, so maybe he's good. He does have the 5 color and his super awakenings. He might actually be okay, but like this and this do not synergize with this at all. So they gave it a skill boost. It's too effective skill boost. If you're a new player and you're rolling for the first time, you don't hate getting it. I don't know why they, I guess it's a gold egg, so they don't give it full blind. Just training for the Jotaro skill. True, it's training. Palomu, nope. Lumu Smasher used to be used a lot. 2 fingers don't make it usable again. Male Nergigante Hunter, they did not. This is the most important thing about his active skill, and they didn't buff it. They gave him more attack, but not a lot more attack because they got rid of his multi-boost. So this was like a multiplayer button setup, and it used to deal pretty good damage. The nice thing is that it's 5-turn cooldown, so it's technically systemable. It is a systemable button. That has some merit to it, but you want to know the downside? Downside is you have to use very certain equips or you overcharge them. Because you used to just use like any equip. But the upside, you can use a bigger button on top of him, and if the smaller button works later in the dungeon, you could do it. I don't know. This is really weird set of buffs they gave him. Like this is nice. He's a very low cooldown button, so maybe usable in some very specific situations. But not increasing this to like 60 is kind of a. This is doesn't. This is maybe worth picking up, but probably not. And then Palomu, this doesn't really help him any at all. Or Palamute, I mean. But that's good. That's it. So all in all, there's a couple exciting changes. Like Velkhana got a nice buff, but a lot of them are really disappointing too. Like Elatron is still bad. Elatron was bad on release, bad in the next run, and still bad. There's some of the new cards have really strong equips, which is frustrating because there's only like 3 new cards. 10 Stone Machine. So if we've rolled this before, which so many of us have rolled this to exhaustion, it doesn't feel good trying to chase like even a gold egg that we don't have, right? So it's like if you don't get it from your like your $2 bundle, you're just like, I guess I don't get the new gold egg, whatever. Because nothing would be worse than like rolling 2 Barioths, 2 Gamma. Ugh. I think Phaelus is interesting. It's like he has to be 7x6 in order to be usable, which he was used a lot in 7x6 teams. I don't know how good he is. He is hilarious with the Rajang equip for just an absolutely enormous button. It's great. I love it. I'm sad his equips also didn't get the huge stat transfer. Let's see who else was notable. All 3 of the gear hunters got some noticeable increases in their abilities and stats and stuff. Very nice, though this nerf was weird. Astalos, decent increase in ability. Lagia Cruz, nice cooldown and improvement. Brachydios got a huge buff to his button as well. Some love to his awakenings. Extra attacks on his equip. That's the button form. No skill boost though, Sag. And 3 team HP. Like, this equip's really good. So there are some things here, like Kieran is a systemable, a 2-turn system for generating a light row and combos. So Annie makes horsey noises, which is great. And when you have 2 of them, you have four core awakenings, also great. And he's got brick, also great. Like, there's a lot to love about Kieran. I think he got maybe the most love out of everything. Nogre was poopy. Diablo's got some love. Rajang got a lot of love, but not for things people usually roll for. Yamatsukami, almost no love. They made his equips better, but he's still not very good. Diablos, I think we said, yeah, he got love. 1 turn to 10 turns. That's kind of a big change. Yeah, I'll probably be streaming, not tomorrow because I'm out late, so the day after Christmas. Maybe a short Christmas Eve stream if I'm not busy. That's about it. Amatsu's disappointing. Safajiva's a little disappointing. Rathalos equips are good. Latreon, absolute disappointment. Akintor equip changes were nice. The new cards are all pretty okay. And yes. So, summary. Don't roll if you've rolled a ton before. Just go ahead and skip it. It's not worth it. There's nothing you're chasing, like, meta defining here. Especially in the new cards. Consider picking up the bundles. Probably don't bother with the $30 7-star roll. The value is extremely low. If you're like me, who's got 2 Elatrions and like 3 Amatsu, 3 Diabloses, you roll one of those 3 again from your $30. Just feel really bad. And it's Christmas. You could have bought someone a gift or something rather than wasting $30 on another. Anyway, that's it. That's the stream for the night. It went on really long. There's a lot of buffs here. So anyway, I hope all of you enjoyed it. And if by the time I get back to this, Monster Hunter is out and stuff, I hope you roll well. And if I don't talk to stream fam before Christmas, Merry Christmas to all of you. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're safe with your families. It's very, very cold in the United States tomorrow and Saturday, so stay warm, be safe, watch out for black ice. It's been wet in a lot of places, especially around where I'm at. Be very careful for black ice. So just be safe. I want to see y'all here after Christmas. Anyway, enjoy your holiday, everyone. See you later.